Hey y'all! So I'm here today to talk about my breast augmentation series. So this will be the first installment of a few. I don't know how many I'll do, but as things progress and kind of big time points happen, milestones, I will make another video. So today is officially 5 days post-op. So a lot can happen in these 5 days. So I kind of wanted to capture all that, and like I said, I just want to share everything with you guys. I'm really open. Some people are like really surprised that I'm so open. Like I just, I don't care. I'll tell you anything. So I wanted to make this because I've seen some videos myself where I feel like people kind of left things out, or I just didn't really get a lot of information out. So I've been taking notes on my phone because I'm a nerd, and I wanted to share stuff with you guys and just kind of things that I didn't want to forget. And yes, I am sitting on the floor in front of a Christmas tree. For people who make videos, it's all about the lighting, and I couldn't really find good lighting besides literally right here, and I can't hold the camera for too long because that hurts. So I needed to sit it on something and have decent lighting. And shout out to Emily and Amanda for recommending this amazing camera. So I just got it. It's the Sony A5-100 with the 16 to 50 millimeter lens, and I'm really excited to be using it and hopefully be making more fancy YouTube videos for you guys. So this will be part 1 of my breast aug vlog. So day one, well, actually not day one, surgery day, which was on Wednesday. So I went in, and you have to fast from food and water from the night before. And so yes, I'm a hungry bear, but more importantly, I am like the thirstiest person on the planet. So I drink a lot of water. So that was really hard. Had to get to the hospital at 8:15. I and my little fantasy land thought that I'd actually, go in relatively soon. But you do paperwork, you sit there for an hour, then you go see the nurse, you sit there for an hour, then you go get an IV, and they sit there for an hour. So I didn't actually go into surgery until about 11 or 11:30. You just kind of do, the hospital stuff, and it didn't really hit me because I'd been studying for finals, and I was just really excited for the surgery, but hadn't really thought much of it. And then when I was kind of in there, it was all like, oh, this is real. Saw the doctor before. He's amazing, and just kind of, was just I was pretty relaxed. I kind of got really hyped up when I first got in there, but then I was pretty relaxed because I had to wait for like 2 hours in that little bed. So they rolled me to the ER. I actually I was in the operating room like awake, which was kind of like freaky. And then next thing I know, they moved me and I was out, and then I woke up. It was a really simple surgery, of course, just a regular, augmentation. So there was no complications. And the nurse actually gave me something for anti-nausea before. She like wrote it down. It wasn't written on the paper, and she like hooked it up. So it started with X, I believe. I don't know what it was, but she wrote it down, and I got it, and I was never nauseous. I haven't been nauseous. I felt great afterwards. Like I literally felt awesome. My teeth were chattering, but that was it, which I guess is normal. But no problems post anesthesia. Went home, had some soup, kind of relaxed, watched what's that show with the rich realtors in LA? That one. I watched that and just kind of, hung out, and I was still kind of, had all that at my system, so it wasn't hurting too bad until, later that day it started to kind of really hurt, and especially where the incision was. So I'll kind of go over that now. I had the incision underneath the crease. I had the implants under the muscle, and the way that my doctor does it is he will bring in several sizes, and I think a lot of doctors do this, and they kind of just try them and see what looks best, because he knows what I wanted and he has a look that he goes for. He does not like the overstuffed melon look too big for you look, and we had talked about what I wanted, and I trusted him 100%. If he had put in bigger or smaller than what I wanted, I knew it was gonna look great. So originally we had kind of talked about 450, potentially 475, but I ended up with 425. So what happened was they tried the sizers for 475, didn't fit. And then they put in 450 and it was kind of like, okay. And then they put 475 and he said it was unanimous, like, this is the best. It looked the most natural, still had a good size, but you know, it just looked the best. And again, I trusted him, so I was like, all right, whatever you think. If you'd have put in 500 or 400, I would have thought it was best, because clearly he's the specialist and not me. So that is kind of, you know, the rundown of what I had. And so yeah, the first day wasn't too bad. It got progressively worse as the night went on, and sleeping was pretty tough with the pain. But besides that, it was pretty manageable. All right, so one day post-op, you go to the doctor, kind of check everything out, put more bandages on, and just to kind of see how everything's going, really quick visit. And he actually said something really interesting, that a lot of times people know that you swell, and then he said that sometimes you'll swell smaller first, and then it'll get bigger, and then it'll go normal. So the first few days, I guess, are like the smaller swelling, and then it gets larger, swollen, and then you kind of will settle after a few weeks. So I got to take a look at them, which I was excited, which was fun. And then I just kind of went home, and he said he'd see me in a few more days. And he actually told me that the pain would probably be the worst the day after. So I was kind of ready for that. They gave me obviously some pain medication, a Valium, which is a muscle relaxer, and hydrocodone, you know, the narcotic. So I was trying to take them, you know, sparingly, but I needed them. And I was also on antibiotics for 5 days. I just finished that with breakfast this morning, thank goodness, because I hate antibiotics, but I know I needed to take it because of the surgery, but I still didn't want to. So I was taking those, and so a lot of people were kind of wondering about my diet. When you take pain medication, it makes you constipated, and that's literally the worst feeling ever in the world. And especially the first few days, I was kind of like, I didn't really feel that great anyway, so just kind of like mellow. I didn't really feel like eating like stuff. So been eating soup, really easy to eat kind of thing. So breakfast has been the same, you know, usually 3 eggs, some kind of toast, butter, berries, maybe some avocado, just really easy eat kind of foods. And then lunch and dinner have typically been soup that my mom will make. So she puts a lot of chicken because she knows I like chicken, and a whole bunch of veggies and broth. One day it had rice in it, but most of the days it was just none, just kind of the chicken and veggies. And then I'll have other carbs, either with, you know, like some fruit or some pudding. And then I always have ice cream at night because when I'm sick or I don't feel good, I'm not gonna use that as an excuse. I just love ice cream, and I'm using my surgery as an excuse to eat ice cream every day. So I've had a bowl of ice cream every night too, but I haven't been tracking. I've honestly just been trying to eat, like I said, easy to eat foods and not worry about all that, and I don't want to have the bathroom issues. So like I said, the pain has kind of been the worst at night, and then I started getting this really weird cramp in my back while I was sleeping, which was really, really not fun. So I'd be like totally fine all during the day, and I would just not be able to sleep because I'd have these crazy cramps in like my lower lat. So then my boyfriend's mom actually is a nurse, so she was like, well, maybe your electrolyte levels are off. So I started taking a multivitamin again, and it seems to be better. So maybe it was that, maybe it was just my body getting the anesthesia out. I'm not really sure, but it's been subsided, which is nice. As I was horrible. I was expecting, like, you know, radiating pain through my boobs, and not in my back. My mom actually has the coolest bed ever for surgery. It's a Tempur-Pedic split bed that has a remote, and it kind of will move like up and down. So that's been a lifesaver, because in the beginning it's really, really difficult, obviously, to get up. Like, that's what hurts the most, especially if you don't have help. So if you don't have a bed that can assist you like that, what I would suggest is there's these things called like a wedge pillow. It literally looks like a wedge, and I would put that in like a whole bunch of pillows so that you can kind of sleep, you know, upright, and then when you need to get up, you can get up. I drink a ton, and I've been trying to drink even more, trying to get like the anesthesia and all the medicine and everything out. So I've been going to the bathroom like a lot. So getting up and down is a process. So to kind of ease that process, it really helps to have some kind of elevation. He said that I could sleep more down, but that just hurts more. So I've been still sleeping elevated. I'm like a side, like 8 pillows between my leg, like all spread out kind of sleeper. So maybe that's also why I was having cramps, because I'm just kind of like mummy sleeping. So I don't know when I'm gonna be able to roll over, but I'm a little nervous because they still hurt. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on that. So for the first few days, I just kind of stayed home and walked around a lot in the house, not outside or anything, and you know, just light activity, but would get pretty tired. I read a lot. I got this camera, so I've been kind of looking at stuff and watching like YouTube videos on how to use, you know, iMovie and all the things that most normal people my age know how to do, but I don't. And reading research articles and stuff like that. So just kind of staying at home. And then on day 4, day 3 post-op, which was Saturday, I went to the store. Just went out for a little bit. And then yesterday I went out for a little bit again at the grocery store. So little trips, which have been kind of tiring, like really sad. But it's good to kind of like build up, you know, as I'm doing more things. So I've been doing more around the house, been doing work, walking around more, kind of making little trips, and things are becoming easier. I can get dressed in like a zip up by myself, but it still hurts. It's definitely painful. They still don't want you lifting your arms. Like I can kind of do, you know, like this. I straightened my hair yesterday and today, if you know. But I was like, eh. So not, and I can do that, but that kind of hurt a little bit. I put on makeup today, 5 days after, so that was exciting. But everything is still kind of like T-Rexy. Opening certain things, like that's like the most frustrating thing is, like if I have a water with a cup, like a lid on top, I can't open the lid. Like, nothing is more frustrating to me than not being able to do stuff. So that's been a really big frustration, and just relying on people, you know, basically to do things like, or even pumping like soap. I need like an easy pump. Like what? But just little tips for you guys. Just things to kind of think ahead. Like I'm very lucky that, you know, my family is here and my boyfriend, very helpful. But maybe you're by yourself and you don't have that option. So before the surgery, either, you know, kind of request someone can help you for a few days, or just kind of set things up in your house so that it makes it easier afterwards. And yeah, I mean, the pain, I've always heard about this elephant on my chest from people. I don't really have that. I don't really know what that would be like. The pain mostly is under the incision, of course. It's healing. And then if I try to do something, the sides will really hurt. So like if I would try to get up from the floor right now using my arms, that's not happening. I have to kind of get up, like I'm crisscross right now, and then I have to kind of like get up with my knees and like do this weird kind of maneuver to get up. But thankfully, you know, I work out so I can do stuff like that. It definitely would be more challenging if I wasn't. And so I go back to the doctor tomorrow. I was supposed to go today, but he had a surgery. So I'm gonna go tomorrow and just kind of see how things are going. But pretty much, I think I'm gonna be on the, you know, being able to do the same amount of things, just kind of more every day. I'm really trying to wean off the medication because 1, I don't want to be constipated. 2, I want to eat real food. And 3, I don't want to be on pain meds because I just don't really like them. But sleeping has been a huge issue without it. So yesterday, I actually went with nothing until bedtime, and then I took the muscle relaxer, and then in the middle of the night, I took the hydrocodone. So I'm gonna feel like I'm probably gonna do that again today. And then hopefully at a week, which would be like Wednesday or Thursday, I will be on nothing. That is my goal. Fingers crossed. Because like I said, during the day, I can like really handle it. It just kind of hurts. Okay, whatever. But at night, it's brutal. At night, I don't know if it's the position. I don't know if it just things hurt more at night. I don't really know. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. 5 days post-op. And like I said, I'm gonna keep kind of filming these things as I get cleared for more things. So probably next week I'll make another one to kind of show like, okay, I went from here, to there, and how I progress and how things progress. Leave questions, of course, in the comments, and I'll try to answer them, either, you know, answering them via YouTube, or maybe I'll answer them in a Q&A and kind of collect them and make a Q&A video. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the support on the picture I posted. It was great. Everyone was really excited and really supportive. And I will be sure to, I'm gonna try to take a bikini picture tonight, and I'll be sure to post that. And of course there will be swelling. This is not the final form, but you'll get kind of the idea of the before and after. Again, thank you for the support, and I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, especially for all the girls who are thinking about getting an augmentation. So please like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with the other videos that I am going to be posting in the future. All right, have a great day. Bye.